What is going on, YouTube family? ATL Resell Guy here. Thank you for tuning into the channel. If you are just joining us on this episode, this is actually episode 4 of a 4-part series for the Wii U console refurbishment. So go back and see the other videos, but on this one, what I'm covering is the joystick replacement for the gamepad. So I've ordered that part. It's in. I'm going to open it up, tear it down, and replace those joysticks. Time to get it going. Here it is. Cut it open. And that's what we get. They're black, not white. I kind of felt like these were dingy enough that they could have used replacing anyway. It kind of looks cool with the black on the white console. Gives it like a custom look. First things first, got to tear this down. First step is to remove these 2 screws, take off this back plate, and remove the battery. So I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, the plate is off. I like these screws that just stay in place and are held in. Don't have to worry about losing those. And this is the battery pack here. Just needs to be taken out and unplugged. Just like so. That is out. Set that to the side. Next step is to remove all these little like sticky cover tabs that cover up the screws. Let me go ahead and get those off. I just use a razor blade and just get it kind of wedged down in there and pop it off. Alright, got all those removed. There are 10 of them. There is a tri-wing screw down in there. I don't think I can get the light to get quite right, but I don't have the tri-wing. I do have a small flathead that should do the job. So I'll get all those 10 screws out of there now. I should be able to take this back cover off. That lifts off. And one little plug attaching it right there. Let me go ahead and detach that. Alright, now that is completely freed up. Gotta remove some of these buttons. So, trigger buttons look like they just lift off like that. That's easy enough. There's a volume rocker up here, I think just lifts out. I probably don't even need to mess with that. Where I'm trying to get to is underneath here. That's where the joysticks are. So, oh yeah, some hair. Awesome. These, I believe, they just come out like that. And I think there's these screws here that I'm going to have to take off this module. And I'll just go ahead and do both of them. Okay, I've removed the 4 screws holding this in right here. This lifts up and reveals the PCB for the joystick. This one little ribbon cable, I needed to detach that to pull this piece all the way off. There we go. Oh, I got that ribbon disconnected. There we are. She's freed up. And this is what I'm going to be replacing. Let me unscrew these. Those 2 screws are out. And I've gone ahead and detached that connector cable. So that allows this to just lift right off. And we will replace with the new parts. And I went ahead and built everything together. So it's got the joystick on top of the PCB and connected in here. I'm taking a moment to clean some stuff like the gunk in there. On this D-pad, there was some gunk, as well as, like, you know, these buttons and stuff. So all the little cracks and crevices I'm clean it out a little bit. That D-pad was pretty junked up, so I went ahead and cleaned that. And I will switch this one as well, just because I've got it open. Why not? All right, this side is back together. Give you a sneak preview. I kind of like the black. Yeah, I mean, it looks better than the right joystick, certainly. Just cleaner. But yeah, I kind of like the black. Let's do the other side. All right, left side out. Again, got some gunk I'll clean up. And we'll put in the new combo. Got the joystick replaced. Now I just got to deal with all this gunk. I noticed that the buttons were a little sticky, so I'm going to clean all that out. Those are the buttons. I got them soaking in some isopropyl alcohol, and that's the back of it. Just all nasty, crustified. So I want to clean that so there's no sticking of the buttons. All right, both modules changed out. Cleaned all these buttons up just a little bit. Cleaned all the buttons, the D-pad, the start, and all those. And it looks kind of cool with the black joysticks there. So let's finish her up, put it all back together, and give it a little test ride. I'm not doing a full reassemble quite yet, just because I want to test it first. I put in just a couple screws, one in each side, just to hold this back cover in place. So go ahead and reinstall the battery. I think that's what we would consider reinstalled. Let's see. That would do it. And screw those two down just to hold her in place, and let's go fire it up. It's a good sign. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Let's see if this joystick works now. That's pretty sweet. Let's go into Mario Kart. See if it does that drift like it was. Hey, look at us. We got a fully functioning Wii U. By restoring the console, Frankensteining a new disk drive together between a supposedly refurbished as well as my old disk drive, and also a new joystick in both ends of this gamepad. So that's it. That's the Wii U gamepad restoration. Everything is working great, other than the volume rocker right here. I wasn't able to control the volume, so that's why I only screwed in a couple of these screws, because I want to make sure if I had to open it back up, I didn't have to take out all those screws again. So yeah, I'm going to fix that rocker on the volume and then close it back up and put all the screws back in and cover them back up with those little square stickies, and should be good to go. And that's our Wii U restoration. Got the disk drive functioning, got the joystick working. Everything is doing what it should be doing. Yeah, reads that game super fast. That's great. And I went ahead and fixed that volume rocker too. So tip top, cleaned out good. I'm happy with it. And I do like the look of the black joysticks with the white controller. It's just something different. Gives it a custom flair, I suppose. And no drift on this joystick anymore. And responsive. Very responsive. Goes in any direction you need it to go. D-pad has been cleaned out of all that gunk, so that works really well. As well as all the buttons over here on the right side. Let's go to the wrap-up. Alright guys, so after a good bit of trial and error, thinking that we had our issues resolved, having to order new parts, everything is complete. I was able to restore the disk drive in order to get disk spinning and reading on the console. I was also able to fix the joystick on the gamepad, meaning that now there is no drift and it's responding correctly to the commands from it. And everything is working properly. It's been great. So I've got a total of, what is that, $30 for the console, about $18 for the disk drive, and about another $18 or so for the joystick. So about $66 into this thing. And I would say it's valued at about $120 or so. So that's a double up as far as the resale value is concerned. So I would say this is a success. As far as work goes, I've probably put in about an hour to an hour and a half on this. Some of the longest parts of it were simply just tearing it down and getting all those screws out of the console. There are a lot of screws in that, as well as getting stuck a little bit, not having a proper tri-wing screwdriver, having to use a small flathead screwdriver. So could have been a little bit quicker had I had the right equipment. But all in all, I'd say it was a success for the first FIXIN and Flippin' series. I gotta say thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, this is my first time kind of covering something like this, even though I have restored consoles in the past. Like, comment, subscribe, show me that you're enjoying it, mention something about it, and I'll see if I can find some more items to do this with. I have probably 2 or 3 other consoles, a PS2, a PS3, so I may end up doing some more series covering the FIXIN to Flip restoration and refurbishment. Thank you guys again for watching. Until next time, peace!